Hey there, everyone. This is Matt Curry, and it's August 10th, 2014, and you're watching Becoming Great. Today, I just wanted to welcome back and just got back from all my weekend stuff. Today's lesson, I want to just let everyone know that you need to keep calm and take a step back when you are in certain situations. There are when situations get a little bit overwhelming for you. There are going to be a lot of times, every week, every month, every year, things will get overwhelming, whether it be at school or it might be at your work. It might even be in social situations. It's important that we take the time to take a step back and realize that there are more important things in life, that what you're going through is just a part of the bigger scheme. You'll find that there will be term end projects at a lot of semesters that need to be done, and your grade's going to depend on this. There are going to be times at work where you feel if you don't get this project done in a certain amount of time, it was delegated to you, and you're not quite sure what to do with it. No one's really helping you, and it's coming crunch time. When things like this happen, or any other type of example that you can think of, when things happen, stop, take a step back, look at the bigger picture, and take a deep breath. It'll help you calm down, and it will help you realize that you'll have to do this a few more times in your life, if you're lucky, and that you overcoming this obstacle and you overcoming this stress is going to help relieve you. And it'll be this is an event that will be done and over with, and will be in the past at one point in your life. Once you get through it, it'll forever be in your past, and you can't go back and change it. So when you take a step back, realize this, you can just calm down, do the best you can, not overwhelm yourself and not overwork yourself. Realize that what you are, the end product that what you're gonna submit, is going to be the best work that you could do in the time that you had with the resources that you had. And next time you'll be that much better at it. Next time you'll be that much more adept at doing it. If there is ever a next time. But there will always be another challenge in your future. There will always be another struggle. It's important that you don't take every one of them as life ending, because honestly they're not. And for the most part, all of us have gone through just that massive breakup, that all of us have gone through that one thing that we never thought we could have done in our life, but we made it through. And so just take a step back, relax, and when things get overwhelming, realize it's not the end of the world, as much as it might feel at that time. So another news today, I finished a paper that was due, and I had to turn it in. There was a bit of an issue. As I've said during the week, I've been kind of caught up doing floor work, doing this, that, and the other thing. I went to the doctor's on Wednesday. So I wasn't able to start my paper until Friday. And once I started getting into my economics paper, I realized that there were some issues with the equations. There were issues with the first paper that I had to deal with, that were just instruction issues with when it comes to dollars and cents, just very small things like that. And per the instructions, the paper can't be written. So I emailed my professor and just said, hey, what exactly do you want me to do here? I think it should be these numbers. And what would you like me to do? They never got back to me via email or via a classroom discussion thread. So as it stands, I just let them know this morning that in an email that I'm going to continue doing what I think should be done. The suggestions that I made in the emails prior, since they didn't say anything about it, I'm just going to assume that that's correct. Now, I'm putting myself at risk to not have any sort of communication saying that this paper is correct, the equations were incorrect, and this is how you should do it. But that being said, I've also tried to email my professor before my paper was due, and not just 5 minutes before, but a few days before. And I also gave them a few days to respond. They did not. So I kind of feel justified saying that if things don't happen, if things aren't correct, and if there are issues do arise, I kind of have a case for myself. But that's just what I need to do. It's what I've kind of working in a corporation. I've noticed that covering your butt really does matter, and to just kind of ask people to confirm information that might be a little bit cloudy helps a lot more than just to assume information. When I was younger, I would always assume information and assume that I knew what was going on. A lot of times it's common sense stuff. But there are some times where there might be things that you're not understanding or things you might not seeing at the time, or it might just be a lot more work to have to deal with it a certain way. So you say it can't be that, but sometimes it is. So it's always good just to kind of double check yourself and to always just ask. If no one asks and you decide to do it the way that you believe it should be done, with lack of instruction, then no one can really fault you for doing your best and realizing that doing it any other way wouldn't make sense. So there's that. And then today I also did, it's Sunday, so I was able to put some grout in the tiles that we laid down, and I did a little bit of landscape around the house. It's just, being part of a homeowner. So it works out, it's nice to kind of live in a place where you feel happy and a nice place that you feel clean. It's really important for me to have a home that I can come home to and not feel and have like my own personal space. There's a big part of being an adult and having your own personal space, which is something that some people don't understand and some people understand instinctively but never really have a discussion about, and are never really told why having your space is so important for a person to grow. And lastly, I also bought a schedule for myself. Normally I do everything digitally. I kind of have a lot of it in my head, but I actually went out and just bought a quick little schedule notebook, nothing fancy. I just wanted something that I can kind of put everything down, put what I have done, put things that I'm going to be pushing out a little bit further, just to kind of see, have a written record of what I have done, what I'm doing right, what I'm getting done on time, and things that are not getting done and things are getting constantly pushed off. One of the things that have been pushed off a little bit is my German exercises, because I know that I gave myself a lot of time for it. So I'm okay with putting off a little bit here, putting off a little bit there. It's not the top thing on my priority list. That being said, I did do some German work yesterday, and I might do a little bit more tonight. I'm not doing full chapters anymore at this point because the chapters are very long and it's a lot of information. So now that I'm kind of getting out of just the introduction phase and I knew it would slow down, I'm slowing down, and it's perfectly fine for me. A lot of like what it is, when I did formal education with German, I took 3 years of it, and the books kind of deal a little bit differently, and having an instructor can really change how I learn, especially. But having someone explain it to you in a different way than a book or than a program is the difference between you reading a book and you having a professor and learning and being taught. So for me, I know it's a little bit slower. I'm getting kind of the basics back, but just because there are some vocabulary words and there are some grammatical things that aren't being explained as better as they were when I had a professor, I'm just taking a little bit slower over time to make sure that I understand why things are like this, and not just memorizing key little phrases, because to me that's not understanding a language, but that's the way I do it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and this has been Becoming Great with Matt Curry. Please feel free to leave a comment below or to send me an email at becomegreatmail@gmail.com. I always welcome any questions, comments, concerns. Tell me a story about a time that you've been really overwhelmed or something even in your life right now. And I'll be sure to make any shout outs or say hello to anybody that sends any emails. So thank you very much and have a great day.